Okay, good morning everybody. This is Taikaya. She's here for a little bit of training. And she's doing something that I find really interesting, that sometimes I'm just going to give her a little bump, just light. And I'm letting her wander. And I find horses to be, especially experienced ones, she's got some experience under her belt, I believe. She's got a big walk too, just to let you guys know. And I'm not directing. She's kind of doing this on her own. My hands are very, very neutral, just light. The reins are just hanging. Her head's nice and low. We're calm. I love a good ride like this. And she'll check back with me. She'll come here, and I won't do anything. Let's see if she'll do this. She's really good at lining herself up back to the stairs. Okay, I'm going to give her a little nudge. I'm not going to ask for any direction. She's got to figure out her way. Oh my goodness. She's gone left this time. And off we go again. And I wonder, I always think, because if I left her in here on her own, she would go all the way to the back and go try to hang out with Luke. Luke's her favorite. He's the man. But here we go. We barely made it to the third barrel. And back up we go. Now, I know a lot of instructional sort of videos out there, riding and teaching horses to ride and all that kind of business, say shouldn't let your horse do its own thing. But if she figures out what my thing is, and here I'm just giving her a light bump with my calves. I can't tell it. It's just down. It's just a light, and I'm just having her go. All right. Now, if I had my hand free, I would give her some scratches while we're riding. I would provide some reassurance. I'm kind of thinking, if I'm just chitty-chatting away, that'll be a bit of reassurance. But what I really like about how she's riding, I love her consistency. Oh, there we go. We didn't even stop this time. Okay, so here's the thing that I like most about this type of riding. She checked back, see her ears, say, well, what's up? And I say, can you keep going? And it's just a light bump with my calves, as we've been practicing, her and I. We turned left this time. That's unusual. Usually she's a right-hand kind of girl. Little bump up. Okay, so I'm letting her kind of think through what I'm looking for without too much direction. The main direction I'm giving is just a little bit of leg. And she gets to pick where we go. It's a lot of space in here. It's good riding practice. It's good for her to keep calm. She's going to understand I'm not going to hassle her too much. Now, before we get here, will we keep going? Yes, we are. So, what am I teaching? I'm teaching my neutral position, essentially. I'm teaching when I don't ask for stop, don't stop. Just keep going. Just keep a nice pace. Okay, she's thinking about stopping, so a little bit of calves, a little bump, and off we go. And I don't care where she goes. I don't care in the least. And I'm really hoping that Luke at the back there will be a little bit of draw for her. And we'll make it somewhere down there. But if not, that's fine. We're getting lots of good practice at neutral. And why is this important? The reason this is important is so that when I say stop, there I pulled on the reins ever so slightly, it's really going to mean something, right? My reins, as I've said, the key point here is that I'm really loose on my reins. So here's a couple of calves on there, just a light touch. So I'm essentially really working hard on my stop and go with her. Here she's thinking about stopping. I don't care where she goes, just as long as she goes. And off we go. And those two bits of conversation that become sort of a whisper, a quiet. What are those two doing? Chit-chatting away at the fence line. That's Josie. So we almost made it to that third one. Josie's yelling out. She's like, what's happening? She's yelling down to Luke too. Everybody likes Luke. And up we go. And this type of walking activity you can do for a long time. You're not going to really wear yourself out or the horse. She's thinking about stopping. So a little bit of calves. I didn't say we're stopping anywhere. My hands are neutral. My reins are loose. We should stay kind of at a pace. So if she were to speed up, so there's a, well, what does she speed? That's a good question. Went through my head just now. I would slow her down. All right, look at us make it a little further. Hey, went past that third, fourth, fifth barrel. Get out of here. Oh, made it to the fifth. Made it to green. That's a long ways. On her own, without direction. And now she's got to climb back up the arena. She's got it because she wants to, not because I'm asking. And I really like this exercise myself. I do this a lot. Where I just have a horse figure out what go and stop is. They can go where they want, because you're going to kind of do this on trails. Or really, you know, asking a horse to not stop for food or stop to kind of do whatever they're thinking about doing. I don't know, sniffing something or whatever. We just want them to understand. We want them to go and stay going. Now I'm going to ask for my first left-hand turn. So there's my evolution of this. Now she's gone completely left. She's decided not to go to the end. So I'm going to continue asking. I'm just sort of reaching out a little. I'm not really doing a lot. In fact, I'm one-handing it. So she says, I'm not sure. I'm just going to keep on asking for this left and see if we can get further down the arena or not. And it tells me her mindset as well. Okay, now I'm going to ask for the right. It's kind of harder because my reins are in my, there we go. And I'm just sort of leading it out, just like when I'm doing groundwork. But this is the evolution of this particular exercise, where you let them wander, figure out stop and go, keep going. So a little bit of calves, a little bit of calves. Get to the back here. She says, I'm out. I said, no problem. Let's climb all the way back to the top. So anyways, this is an exercise that you can do that teaches what nothing means. Where asking for nothing means just continue on. Oh, Josie. Oh, that's Ronnie at the back. He's... My goodness, these guys. Anyhow, this is an exercise that you can do to teach a thing that is, it's something, but you're teaching the nothing means something, right? And then she just kind of, we just go at a pace, just keep on going. So, very common to do this while out on trails, not so common to do in arena, because a lot of people feel like there should be some real proper direction. And if there should be, we'll definitely do that exercise more and more. We've done some, not our first ride, but I do enjoy this. We'll see, she's coming up to this. Nope, she's decided to change her mind a little. I think she's got a fly on her. I'm just gonna give a couple of quick bumps with my calves to ask her to go. She might want some water. I always let them go. If they're like, hey, I'm a little thirsty, we just go get some water. Very low head. I'm really enjoying her calmness. I remember a long time ago, actually, I'll tell you guys a quick story. I remember a long time ago, I rode with this guy and my horse, I think it was Luke at the time. He used to put his head really low when he rides. He still does. And he said, you know, you got to be really careful. Make sure to pick your horse's head up. Make sure that they can't, you know, they can't put their head down, because that means they're going to buck. And I kind of took that to heart. And I said, oh, really? Well, I don't want that. So I always used to kind of pick my horse's heads up quite a bit. And then I learned over time that I want my horse's heads kind of low. You know, I don't want them up. I don't want them upset or nervous. And the sign, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, is that a low head means a calm horse. I don't have one that's got his head up in the sky kind of idea. And I gotta You know, it's why running martingales and standing martingales and stuff and tie downs get used, is because their horses never have their heads down much. They don't stay too calm. I'm actually going to let her stop here. This is actually, I thought in my head, you know, I'd be cool if you stopped here. That's all right. And all this time, my hand is just neutral. It's just neutral. So what did I teach her? Did I teach her that she should stop if I don't ask her to stop? Yeah, a little bit. But my mind was kind of thinking I'd like to be over by the water bucket and go say hi to Lena and Mr. Wild over there. And then she's listening. She's quiet. She's not overly excited. And when I give just a little bit, so I'll scratch her here. Give her a little scratch. It's a reassurance that we're best friends, of course. And then just a little bit of calves, just a little bump. See if she'll go. We wait. We just get patient with that. There, look at that low head. Look at it. Look at how it's fantastic. I personally think that a horse that can lower its head like this is going to be able to stretch out its back while a rider is riding. And it's probably a little bit more comfortable overall rather than arching the back. So a little bit of calves there, just slight, just a little more. She can pick the direction. And off we go a little bit more. Anyhow, so there you go, you guys. Hopefully that's a little bit interesting for a ride, an idea. If you're out of ideas, like, I don't know what to do. I want to do something kind of interesting, maybe precise, maybe a little wishy-washy. It's a lot of everything, to be honest. But it allows the both of you to stay calm and quiet and peaceful throughout your ride. Just learning a couple things, you know. So if I wanted to stop, I should be able to just lean back a little bit, pull on the reins just slightly, and we're stopped. You see? So something means something, rather than always hanging on. Okay? All right, that's it for this one. Let's get a little go. She's such a good horse. What a treat to be able to work with her. So I will see you guys in the next one. If you have any questions or thoughts, let me know. We got a bit of cloud today. It's a beautiful day overall. Warm, not hot. Could be a little cooler. Could use a little more breeze. Anyways, off we go in our billions of circles. I'll see you guys in the next one.